Hey yo, what's good y'all? It's 10-5 Plays. And in this video, I want to discuss something that I guess not too many people know or people have heard of. But yeah, it's about Batman Arkham. Now, I do want to warn you that this video will have actual spoilers for the next Batman Arkham game. So if you don't want to be spoiled for it and you don't want to know anything about it, click off. Alright? And I'm not playing, these aren't secondhand leaks that I've heard. Like, I guess at the end of the day, you could say I am the one that's leaking some of this information. Here's a warning page. Once the page is over, you catching these spoilers, bruh. And if you don't want to catch these spoilers, it's time for you to go. Alright, so here you go. Here's your chance. Alright, now that that's out of the way, this video isn't so much to be like, yo, I know what happens in the next Batman game, blah, 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 blah. I'm not here to leak it, but I'm here to have a discussion about what these leaks mean for the Arkhamverse in general. Now, what I can confirm to y'all is, first off, yes, the game is going to adapt the Court of Owls storyline. If you read the comic books, you know that Court of Owls was a book by Scott Snyder and the amazing artist Greg Capullo back in, I think, 2011, back when DC Comics did the reboot to the New 52. Now, in that story, you know, Batman is doing his thing. He's investigating the owls, and it's a whole mess involving Talon and Lincoln March, and then Lincoln March eventually becomes identified as being Thomas Wayne Jr. And it's kind of left up to you to know to see if you believe him or not that he is Thomas Wayne Jr. But me personally, I think that he probably is. You know, if you read Forever Evil, you know that Owlman is Thomas Wayne Jr. from a different Earth. And now you have this Earth with an Owlman named Thomas Wayne Jr. And I don't think it's a coincidence. I think that's, I kind of feel like that should lead you towards he's telling the truth. So you're caught up with that. At the end of Arkham Knight, you know, Batman's identity is outed to the world. Everybody knows who this dude is now. He's Bruce Wayne. He's the dude that lives in the mansion. He is Batman. Press around his house. You know, everybody knows his business, and that's that. His identity is gone. And at the end of the game, you see two criminals, you know, kind of creeping around, doing what Joe Chill was doing to his parents, and then they see Batman, and he's this horrifying figure. And then that's it. So, in the new game, Robin is going to be playable, but it will not be Tim Drake. Robin is going to be Damian Wayne. Everyone knows Damian Wayne, Talia al Ghul, and Bruce Wayne's child. He is going to be Robin, and he is going to be playable. Now, Batman will not be playable till around almost to the halfway point of the game. He's probably going to be stuck in the maze, but yeah, Damian Wayne is playable. And that's why I made this video, because obviously we have not seen or heard from Damian Wayne, or even had a confirmation of his existence for any of these games. And we all know that Tim Drake is relatively new as Robin as well. So I don't know how that's gonna work out, but here's the thing. From the information that I have, I think it's entirely plausible that the new Batman game is going to kind of retcon Arkham Knight. You guys alright with that? See, that's the point. Are you guys alright with the new Batman game retconning the events of Arkham Knight? Now, I think personally that Arkham Knight left enough room for a retcon to take place without entirely retconning what happened. You know, you have the whole Batman inhaling the fumes, you have the Joker popping out inside of his mind and taking control. I feel like, and I know this was probably a theory back when the game came out, I feel like they can pull something with, you know, Batman was in the chemical lab and he inhaled all the fumes, and everything that happened in the game was his fear-induced delusion, you know? And that in itself is a very good point. But then also you have to wonder, well, what happened to Gotham after? Maybe Robin took him down. Maybe Nightwing came in and handled it. You know, I think if that something like that happened and Bruce was out of commission for a while, it would give more weight to the idea that, you know, everything was kind of a nightmare. I think it would be a great way to do it. And if it does retcon it, I don't know how much of the game I want to spend playing out what happens as a character, but I also don't want it to just be like text. Like text comes up and it goes, after the events of Arkham Knight, Bruce Wayne woke up, and you know what I'm saying? I think that would be a little bit lame. So if anything, I wouldn't mind if it took place directly after Arkham Knight and you kind of reveal what really went on, and then it's like years later or something like that. 3 years later, 2 years later. I think that will work out pretty well. You know, I'm cool with that. You know, I didn't particularly have a problem with Arkham Knight's story. I just didn't think it was that strong. And I felt like the ending, ousting Bruce Wayne's identity, was a little bit lame. You know, even in the comics when you know, you have someone like Bendis talking about, oh, Superman's gonna reveal his identity to everybody. You're kind of like, but why? You know, like I'm just not really with it. I did not like that he had his identity revealed. I don't think it added anything to the overarching story. And, you know, if they found a way to retcon it and made it work, I would be completely 100% cool with that. I would not complain. And I'm also a pretty big Damian Wayne fan, so that would also be nice. You know, it would be cool if Nightwing actually takes over for Batman to some capacity, and you know, you can probably switch between them or something. I think that would be cool, and it would be a good way to have Damian Wayne become Robin without it having to be such a time skip or feel like it's rushed. You know, Bruce Wayne vanishes out of nowhere and Dick Grayson picks up the pieces of Batman, you know, while he's missing for a week or something. Dick Grayson puts on the suit, he becomes Batman, but he needs some help. And you know, Robin, he doesn't want Robin to be his Robin because he views him as more of an equal and a peer than as being a partner. So if he's out, he'll probably go out and do his own thing. You know, Red Hood's Red Hood. Damian Wayne's like, you know what, I'll step up and do it. I'm trained by the League of Assassins, you know, blah, 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 whatever. And I think that would work out well. As to where Damian's been this whole time, I think they can work it out into the Arkhamverse. You know, they worked out the whole Jason Todd thing, which I think they pulled them off pretty well. The reveal was lame, but I thought they pulled it off pretty well. So, you know, they can do something like, oh, well, Damian was there and his mom never came back, so, you know, they were raising him or whatever, and they felt it was time that he went back with his father, or maybe he was being raised by his aunt. You know, there's a lot of things that can happen, and I think that the game's gonna pull that off well. What if they didn't retcon Arkham Knight? How would this fit into the timeline? Because like I said, I'm not going off of secondhand information. I know for a fact that Damian Wayne is a playable Robin in this game. This isn't 6ix9ine plays, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna snitch on where I got the information from, but let me tell you that where I got this information from is legit. It is a person that when you find out their involvement in this game, you will know that this story will be the best story in any of these Arkham games because he's top notch. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna give it away, but yeah, what if it does not retcon Arkham Knight? Then what happens? You know, a big thing that people are thinking is, maybe this is just a sequel to Arkham Origins. which also was a little weird because then if Damian Wayne appears in a game after Arkham Origins and before Arkham Asylum, you know, by the time Arkham Knight rolls around, he should kind of be around and kind of be a lot older. I'm completely not with it, and I think if they did try that, it would be a massive misstep. I think you have a chance to kind of fix the main issues that a lot of people had with Arkham Knight's story and expand upon it, expand upon the characters, expand upon the gameplay. There's just so much that they can do by retconning Arkham Knight. You know, maybe Batman's horrible nightmare was why you defeated Deathstroke in a tank and knocked him out with one punch. Maybe that's why that happened. You know, that would be so much better. And also with Damian Wayne as Robin, let's say he rides a motorcycle or something, and it's a lot smaller. It's easier to move around. There's more you can do. It's not just a giant tank, so it'll be utilized differently. You know, I feel really good about that decision. And this would be a good time for them to fix the problems that they did with Arkham Origins. You know what I mean? Like Arkham Origins, I actually thought was really fun. I thought it was a great game, but it did get hit because it was very non-unique. And I think they did add a decent amount of elements to the gameplay that made it fun and separated it from the games that came before it. But you know, then you have kind of the same setting, and I mean it definitely tweaked things and added little things, but overall it was kind of Arkham City with like DLC, you know what I mean? And then you had the weird limits and bugs and glitches that they refused to fix. So I hope that they use this opportunity to take what Arkham Knight did and really build upon it fundamentally, so that it doesn't feel like you're playing a rehash of the same game with new skins. I want it to feel like an advancement in the series. There's a reason that Arkham Origins isn't mentioned with Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. And I do feel like Arkham Origins was better than Arkham Knight. I'll go there. I think Arkham Origins was better than Arkham Knight. The boss fights were better. I love the characters. I mean, I just thought it was better. And I will also say this: Arkham HD Trilogy for the Nintendo Switch. You know, even if it's not Arkham Knight, if they manage to get Arkham Knight on the Nintendo Switch, I would play it 100%. I mean, I'm sure they can. I don't know if it'll look great or not look great, but I'm sure they can. I have to say, most of the ports that I've gotten for games that, you know, came out on the Switch eventually are beautiful. If you can get Hellblade on the Nintendo Switch, you can get Arkham Knight on the Nintendo Switch. And even if not Arkham Knight, put the Return to Arkham on there. If you can put Arkham Asylum and Arkham City on there, I'd be happy. But I would be even happier if you took this opportunity, WB Montreal, and put Arkham Origins on the Nintendo Switch. Make it HD. Put it on the PS4 and Xbox One. Do just remaster it and put it out. This is your chance. Get people saying your name again. Get them playing the game. Get them hyped up. Have them fight Deathstroke and talk about it again. You know, have people, after all this time when they've come to embrace the game way more than they hated on it when it first came out. I think this would be a really good move. And bring in the Nintendo Switch audience. You know what I mean? I think the game is a perfect fit for the Nintendo Switch. It would work great. It will look great. You can bring it on the go, and it'll just bring up more hype for what you have next. I honestly, obviously don't think the new Batman game is going to come out on the Nintendo Switch, but having the Arkham games on there and having people play it, having the most people play it that you can, is just going to make your sales go up. So why not? And let me get that Azrael Batman skin that y'all have for PS3, because I had a 360 and I was jealous isn't even a word. That's one of my favorite Batman suits. Shout out to Jean Paul Valley. He's my guy. You're evil and all that, but I loved your suit, man. You was rocking it. I hope we get to see it in the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, man, honestly, I'm excited about everything I heard about this game, and you know, I feel like this is a real opportunity to make an amazing experience. You know, Arkham Origins was boggled down by dumb things. dumb decisions, dumb bugs. That can all be avoided, and they can make a truly great experience. So I'm glad I got to share this with you. You guys are in for a real treat when this game comes out. The announcement will probably be coming soon, so keep an eye out for that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, what do you guys think? I really want to hear what you got to think in these comments, bruh. Do you want to see Arkham Knight retconned? And if they retconned it, would you be happy or would you be pissed off? And if they didn't retcon it, and they somehow tried to push this before Arkham Asylum and after Arkham Origins, will you be happy or will you be pissed off? And what do y'all think about Arkham Origins being remastered? And what do y'all think about it coming to the Nintendo Switch? Let me know in these comments, you know what I'm saying? Like this video, dislike it. I don't know how it's gonna go. I can have a lot of people watch this, so I can have two. So if whoever you two people are, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to your boy. You can hit me up on Twitter at 105plays. I stay posting stuff. You know, you probably would have heard about this Batman game a long time ago if you followed me on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter, because I'll be dropping some gems, all right? So that's all I got for you today. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, all right? Peace.